Hi guys, so I'm live and I'm just going to wait for a few to join in. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's wait. Alright, okay. Hi Nunu, can you hear me? Fine. I was just waiting for somebody to come and let me know. Thank you, Nunu. Okay, perfect. So I'm live, and then I have my brother here, Nitish, over here, who's going to be helping me with the comments and moderation and everything. So, firstly, um, welcome to welcome to this event, the of YouTube live stream, and it's called A World of Heart. And after me, your next stop is going to be Laura. Now, all of the details are in the description box below. So there are links that will directly. Okay, no, I'll wait a minute or two. I think there's just some confusion with the timings. So maybe I'll wait for a couple more people to join in. The 24-hour event has been running on, and we have like how many more? Let me check. We have about 7 or 8 more artists left in this 24-hour live, and it's been going so good so far. Everybody's had some interesting creations and shares, and apart from that, there have been giveaways. So yeah, I know we need to wait for a couple of people to join in. Hello Ruby, glad to have you here, joining us from Utah. And yeah, no, I'm so happy that you're able to watch it. I'm glad that you're in the car and you're able to watch the live. I'm just going to be creating a simple journal spread because you know how much I love art journaling. Hello Wilma, hello Joyful Creations. Hi Jayashree, okay. Can you all just share this event on Facebook and let people know that I'm live? Actually, so good to have you joining us from Netherlands, Wilma. Oh yes, maybe people are Still at Tiffany's live. Hi Stephanie, glad to have you here. And you're right, people will be here soon. So I'm just going to begin just giving you all an introduction. Basically, so again, welcome to this event, A World of Heart, which has been a 24-hour live event. And after me, your next stop is going to be Laura. All the details are in the description box below. The complete participant list is also there, and then there's a link to the Facebook event page as well, in case you'd like to go and sort of get all the details there. We also have a complete sponsor list in my description box below, because we have some amazing brands that have volunteered and that are sponsoring this event. And there are giveaways. Also, I have a personal giveaway, a goodie bag that I would be offering. After this live ends, I will be picking a winner based on whoever has joined us. And all the giveaways are going to be done at random. And some giveaways are limited only to the United States. Apart from that, am I missing out on anything else? Oh yes, if you create a project inspired by any of our live streams here, tag them on social media. So you use the hashtags A World of Heart and A World of Heart 2019, these two hashtags. And that's about it. So I'm just also going to tell you, we have Mintay Papers, 13 Arts, Garcia Studio, Arteza, Snip Art, A Vintage Girl, Viva Las Vegas Stamps, 7 Dot Studio, Lindys Gang, Scrapbook.com, AALL and Create, Renea's Bouquet, Tsunami Rose Designs, Hedgehog Hollow, Jelly Arts, Prima Marketing, Queen's Craft Fair, Tonic Studio, Rainbow Crafticari, My Rusty Crown, Joggles, 49 and Market, Brutus Monroe, Heffy Doodle, Deco Art, Wow Studio, and Graphic 45. So these are all our sponsors for this particular event. Hello everybody, and I'm glad to have you all join us here. And today, welcome to the channel. To all of the new subscribers here, thank you so much. And so today in this particular live, what I'm going to be creating is a journal page, a simple easy journal page, and just some quick and easy techniques. So I'm going to flip over the camera now and begin creating. Okay, can you hear me all? Can you just confirm if you can hear me all? Okay, perfect. And I think you can... So now, for the particular journal page, I just have a piece of cardstock here that I'm using. And my first step, what I want to do is use some washi tapes and begin my first layer. So I don't know why today I felt like using a warmer color palette and a palette of yellows, sort of reds, magenta. So I've chosen my Lindys magical shakers here. That's California Poppy Gold, Magnolia Magenta Gold, Oktoberfest Orange, and Cuckoo Clock Cardinal. So these are my main colors. Apart from that, I'm going to be using the 7 Dot Studio paint chips collection. But what I'm using is their chipboards. I'm going to be using their die cut elements, stickers, wood stickers for my layers. So that's what I've chosen. Now for stamping, I will be using the AALL and Create stamps number 60 and number 39. And for some texture, I have removed these stencils from AB Studio. So that's what I intend to use. And just a little bit of adjustment there for you all to be able to see everything clearly. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now for my first step, I'm just going to use assorted washi tapes and begin my first layer. So recently I had experimented when I was deciding what I'd like to create for this YouTube live. I had created a page with this sort of a technique, and I'm going to actually show you the sample page. So that's a look at the sample page. This was just something I was playing with, and I was very happy with the final product, the final page, and I decided to use a similar technique today. So just beginning, I'm going to start clearing the washi, and I like to just sort of tear it in assorted indefinite patterns and add it to the base page. So I'm just going to alternate between different washis, and if you can see, I've chosen a similar color again for my washi, keeping in mind the color palette that I was interested in working with today. So it's mostly this pink, magenta, orange and a little white. And the page that I have in mind for today is just art based, because I really enjoy art journaling. That's something I really love doing, and I decided that's the reason why I'm using the paint chips collection and these stamps, and I decided to create a page just dedicated to art itself. So very randomly I'm adding pieces of washi, and this is my focal that I intend to work around. I'd like to keep the edges a little wide as it is, and so I'm just sort of layering the washi right there. So I haven't yet primed the page with any gesso, and I'll do that after I'm happy with my layers of washi tape down in place. Also, meanwhile, if you all have any questions, please feel free to sort of ask them, and then I'm going to be answering them. Okay, is it audible now? Is it better now? Can you hear me better right now? I'm actually going to just increase the volume also. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat a bit louder that I was saying that for this sort of a page, all I'm doing is using assorted washi tapes and tearing them and layering them on the page. I haven't yet primed my page. Is going to be my first layer. So here, like you can see, I've just used these 4 tapes and created a base layer. Now also sometimes what I like to do is sort of take the washi and tear it into half So tear it into half and divide that. So that just adds another level of texture. And because this is an arty sort of page that I'm creating, I'd like it to be a little messy, no particular defined structure as such, but just different layers and basically playing. Journaling for me is all about play. So just to do that. So here you can see I've sort of broken that indefinite pattern. Let's go here. Okay. Now with that in place, I'm going to now prime my page using white gesso. So what white gesso is going to do is just help me bring everything together. Also gives the washi a nice coat that I really need, and prime it for my colors. So I'm just going to put some gesso here on my craft mat and spray some water. So this helps me move around my gesso, and I just want a light watery look sort of to prime it. And I'm lightly just brushing it onto my page. So with that you can see it sort of toned down the entire washi look, and I have one definite pattern over here into one hole. And then later you'll see as we begin adding color and other things, it's going to really transform. So at a few places now I want to add a thicker coat of gesso, just making it a little more. So now with that done, let's move ahead. Okay, so now I have my heat tool here. I'm quickly going to dry this. And since it was just very too long to dry, now for my next step, I want to begin stamping. And I'm going to be using different ink pads here. So I am using the jet black ink pad. I have this Recollections ombre ink pad, which has 3 shades from. So first to go in with the black. And here I don't want the definite stamp to show, and slight pattern showing at a few places, but again all around my washi, because that's going to be my focal. To go in with this other stamp here, the Artist's Palette. So first I'm just going in with all the stamps that I want to with the black ink. Slowly you see I'll shift it to the colors. So here the intent without using something too 3D, because only later after I'm done adding the color I intend to add some sort of a texture base, nothing right now. So right now I just want to keep my layers flat. Now I'm also going to begin going in with the ombre as well as the orange ink pad, and now you can see that brings a lot of color there. So I'm going to do it very light for sort of randomness. And I'm going to also go in with this other stamp that we used earlier. Maybe the paintbrush and go and stamp with that using the tiger lily, because like I said, it's just all about building some texture and layers. And here I'm not worried about the orientation of the stamp. Actually, I'm sort of doing it upside down, sideways, because that really doesn't matter. I'm using it to build my layers here. So now I'm just going to stop the stamping here and maybe see if I need to add more later. And I'm leaving my stamps on the side. And I think I'll be using these stars a little later. Now again, to get out the craft mat for using my colors. Yeah. So now it's time to use these Lindys magical shakers that I told you about. California Poppy Gold, Magnolia Magenta Orange, Magnolia Magenta Gold, Oktoberfest Orange, and Cuckoo Clock Cardinal. I'm going to actually begin by adding the yellow. So here what I'm doing is I'm just sprinkling a little bit of the powder on my craft mat, and I'm going to sprinkle a bit of everything. Misting it with water to activate my pigment powders. Now there are different techniques with this. You can always mist your page, sprinkle the powder, get them moving. But here I am going to be adding all of these with the help of this mini brayer that I have. So I'm going to get some wet wipes out, because I do end up getting messy when I'm using this technique. And beginning with yellow, so I'm just going to lift it here on my brayer. Oh, these are pigment powders. These are Lindys pigment powders, and like you can see, when I sprinkled the powder, it just looked like any ordinary powder, but when I misted them with water, it activated the pigment and gave me the color. So these are the colors that I'll be using on my page. So these are pigment powders when misted with water that can be used as sort of watercolors. So I could have used watercolor inks, but today I just decided to use these. And now I'm just sort of rubbing my brayer, and I'm going to begin rolling it on my page here to add the color. And I haven't misted my page here because I don't want a very watery look right now, and I'm going to bring this closer to the camera if you can see. So I just want that sort of look here and with these pigment powders it gives me a nice shine as well. So I'm just going to add a little more of the yellow. And then I am going to dry it in between layers. And that's again a very important thing. When we're using different colors, especially watercolors, if we don't dry the color between the layers, then they sort of blend together and form a third color, and eventually when I'm using 4 different shades, it's just going to end up in a brown, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to quickly dry this layer. So Lindys makes a lot of pigment powders in different forms. I can pull them out and show it to you. So these are called magical shakers, and they come with a sort of shimmer tone in them. Then just give me a second, I'm going to pull out the other things to show you. So they come in different jars. Nunu is answering, so I'm fine with that. Thank you, Nunu, for that. Okay, so now with that done, I'm going to go in with another color here. The next one is orange, and that's the reason why I'm using a craft mat, because it really helps it spread and then it doesn't dry up that quickly. So going again in with my brayer and at different spots adding the next color. And if you can see, I am using the up and down motion as well as the left and right motion, because with this then I have different color and different texture, and it's not very patterned, because what I'm looking for over here is a random pattern. So it gives me this randomness to break the monotony. And again, I'm quickly going to dry this. And I'm going to go in with this third color now, which is the red. So at different spots, and I'm just going to do that and give this a quick dry. Magenta gold, which is sort of the highlight color for this page. So you can now see wherever the washi ends, the color goes and settles there. It gives me a nice shimmer, and that was why I actually began with washi. And at some places I haven't covered it because I want the pattern of the washi to peek through as well. And the gesso sort of helps take in this color. So it gives us a nice pattern, but again it's not a definite pattern, it's just very random. So with that done, I have my base color in place, and I'm quickly going to clean my brayer. Brayers are available on any online store. This particular one is a tiny one by Dina Bakery, and you can, and all of these are available in any craft and scrapbooking store, because especially where gel press and all of these things are available. Also, honestly, we have a lot of brayers which we've gotten from the hardware store, because a hardware store stocks these. These are used to as well paint walls, so you can get big brayers from there as well. This one is, let's see, I have a scale here. Okay, I haven't yet cleaned my craft mat because I want to add splatter on my page with these colors, actually with the magenta gold. So I'm just going to take out some more and mist it with water. So you can see when it's in powder form, I don't know, is it visible? When it's in powder form, it looks you know, like a white shiny powder, but when I mist it with water, it activates and then I have that color there. And now I'm going to use a paintbrush, lift it and add splatter on my page because I want that effect of a messy splatter as well. And I'm also going to do that with the California Poppy Gold. And when this dries, it dries with a nice shimmer and shine. So for now that's enough, and I'm going to set aside the craft mat without cleaning it, because the best part is when it's all on the craft mat, even if it dries, I can just mist it with water and reactivate it. So usually this is how I do it. I just then set the craft mat aside and pull it out later if I feel like I want to add more color. Okay, so let's just quickly now dry this. And now I'm going to go back in again with some black stamping and the same stamps. Just a little more of black sort of peeking out. So this is how I usually end up building layers. You know, stamping before, then adding color, then just going back in again with the stamps to add more highlights, because then it gives me this prominent black there that I was looking for, as well as the subtle toned down look. So this is how then everything comes together for me when I'm building layers in a flat dimension is what I mean. And I want to pick out just these stars and add them with the orange as well as the ombre ink pad. I'm just first stamping these stars so that later it's going to be visible. And I'm just going to leave it. And so yeah, I'm just going to bring it closer for you all to see the shine. Yeah, so do you see how it shines and shimmers, all of those colors? So that's the beautiful color so far. Okay, now what I want to do is, again I'm just going to quickly dry this. I'm going to use the Fabrica di Kuru texture paste white sand with the stencil to bring in a little white now on my page. again just very randomly I'm using a palette knife and spreading the texture paste through the stencil. Now what I have in mind here is to have it a little on the color as well as going out onto the white side to create random pattern. So I'm just going to spread that. And that should be enough. So usually I'm just going to share a tip here. When I'm working like this, it's really difficult to go run and clean this. So what I do is, because then my pastes don't end up drying on the stencil and later I can always go in and wash it again. So that helps. And I'm going to quickly dry this. Add some elements for layers and just make more meaning out of the page. So far we worked on the background. So here I have some die cuts that are from Fantasy Dies. So I've just cut them and stored them in the box along with some elements like these made out of resin and Prima marketing molds. So what happens is when I have this, I can just pick things out, even some made with clay and things like that. So storing these in the box just makes easier when sometimes I just sort of keep things like this in a box, and when I begin creating, it's just easy for me to pick and begin layering. So I have this as well, and I'm going to pull out the paint chips chipboard and see if I want to use that. And I have these new tags, the stickers, some die cut from the collection, clear everything. Also I want to use some string, so I'm going to pull that out as well. And I have tacky glue here as well as these foam dots, so that when I begin layering and as in when I'm happy, I can just start gluing everything down in place. So maybe I'm going to be using the die cut arrows here because they're really beautiful, and I think they're going to add nice base layer first for my layering. So I'm going to actually glue those down with tacky glue. So this sort of gives me a reference point for building my focal. once I have this in place now, it's just easy for me to visualize that I'll add more layers here, and all of this sort of seeming like a splatter coming out of somewhere. So it just helps that way. So that, and I'm going to see if I want to use these tags maybe. Yeah, maybe those tags look good too, so I could sort of poke holes with, let's see. Do you think those tags look good? What do you think? Should I use them? Or do you think I could use, say, a chipboard instead with the die cut elements? Any ideas? Maybe say use the chipboard and layer these elements instead of the tags. I'm just waiting to hear some comments. Die cuts, okay, perfect. With the chipboard, maybe, yeah, no tags. So I'm just going to put the tags aside and use those die cuts with the chipboard. And what I'm going to actually do is pick back my craft mat, and I'm going to show you that. So I'll just set this aside. Bring my craft mat back, mist it with water so that activates it, and I'm just going to take my chipboard and that colors it. So I have that color there, and I can try it, and I have a colored chipboard element piece. So this is exactly what I do. I can also sort of, sometimes things like I have a die cut element, so to color it I can do this and lift off the color and set it aside to dry. And then this is, I always keep scrap pieces of paper, and at the end when I'm done creating, I have this left, I just sort of take a scrap piece of cardstock, rub it and lift all the color, and then that gives me a background page ready sometime later when I want to sort of create another page. So these are just some quick tips where all of these don't go waste. So that's the reason why I love using these pigment powders, because they really last a long time, and a little bit of a pigment powder gives me a lot of color for multiple projects. So I've just put that down, and that's my chipboard there, and it's quickly dried as well. So I'm going to remove some of these elements that I think I can use on the page, and I'm also going to now bring in a little bit of a green as a contrast, the lime green, because the lime green would look a little what do you say, a little bright, and add to the contrast there. So I have another sheet, and I'm going to do this. And so now it's all about playing. So when you sort of begin working on a composition, at the end of the day, it's just what looks good, what feels right. You sort of play with the elements, place them at random places, and then when you're happy, just use the foam tape and sort of glue them all down in place. So that's exactly what. So I have it here. First, I'm just going to glue down the chipboard piece. which can be my focal as a splatter. And then I can use the foam tape pieces. This will look better, so I'm going to do that. I think this will look good here, adding that circle there. So with this, what happens is I'm putting this on the chipboard, and that gives me another layer of depth and dimension. And that's another thing I really love having in my art and in my journal pages. These different layers, different textures, different dimensions, different depths. Because I don't know, it just makes me happy, I guess. So I love having that. And what I feel like doing is stamping this star pattern on my chipboard here. So I'm going to try doing it with black, just for some extra texture on the chipboard piece. I'm just going a little over these elements that have stuck already to add in more pattern and bring something from the background on the focal. Maybe now just a little bit of these black stars peeking in as well. So I've also gone over this white texture paste, and you can see that sort of makes it another nice interesting pattern there. Good somewhere, because I just feel like I want to add layers, so I'm just going to glue that down. And I'm also going to add some more white elements peeking in. I'm going to use this bulb too. There, so maybe with the foam tape. Yeah, that, and yeah, having that overlap there. Have something smaller, so I'm just going to see if I have something smaller that will look better. Maybe that. That's the advantage of having these die cuts in your stash. You just have to pull them out and use them for any project. Only paint, I'll just bring it. I'll finish layering this, because I'm just seeing if I want a little more. Yeah, I think that looks good there. A bit closer, because I think I want to see a close-up. So just going to bring in the light. Yeah, so that's a closer look at the layer. So you can see the texture of the sand paste here, the white, the grungy thing, and that sort of... Is it back? I think it's back. Sorry for that technical glitch. There was some issue with the internet. Can somebody let me know? Is it fine? Yeah? Okay. So since I've removed the camera, I'm also sort of moving it about to show you the color, the depth and the layers. Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. So that's a look at all the colors, the layers and the depth that we've created so far. And put this back. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, works perfectly now. Okay. So now with that done, I have the focal ready, and all I want to do is add some words to the page from the paint chip collection. Let's see. The artist's life is never dull. That's something I really love. So I'm going to take that and I want to add that. I'm not sticking it yet. I've just placed it to see how it looks. I think it looks fabulous, so I can sort of push it down. So I think that can go there, and I want to add some more things. Let's say my life is my art. That's one thing I really like, so I think I'm going to take that. And through this also create your own ending. That's another beautiful message. And I'm going to trim it a bit. That can go there. Here. So that looks good. Now to sort of make it more prominent, it would be a good idea to mount it on some black cardstock, or what I'm going to do is just pick it out from here, add a little black string there. So I'm just taking black thread and I just need a dot of glue at random points. Have the string down in place, and then I'm going to glue my phrase down. Although this is a sticker, I like to add some glue to it so that it stays in place and doesn't come out, because then I end up saving all of these journal pages, and with glue the sticker stays intact for a really long time. So that goes there. I'm going to trim this down as well. there. And I like adding my stickers like this. I'm just going to bring a close up where it's a little uprooted here because it had dimension, and then it's stuck down here, and that sort of gives it a nice curve. I don't know why I like that, but I quite enjoy doing that, and I end up doing that most often. Sort of an arch. And I add this here. And I think the page looks complete and good. At the max, I could add some sequins around. I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to pull out some sequins for that. So just pulling out a little bit. And very randomly, I'm just going to add a little bit around the composition for that. A little bit of a shine, and again it just adds texture, and the stars go with the stamping and all of that we've done so far. It's like a splatter, an indefinite pattern, there's randomness to it. I use a lot of my fingers and my hand, as you can see. I'm not a very, what do you say, organized creator. I end up using my fingers most often to add paint, and I enjoy the process that way. So that's the reason why art journaling is something that I really enjoy, because there's total freedom to be messy, to experiment, to play around, and that's it. So I'm going to quickly again. That's a look at the completed page. So and I'm going to bring in a sample that I'd created, which is so different, and that's the best part. So this was the sample. That's a look at the complete journal page so far. And I'm going to quickly flip the camera, and I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this journal page creation. And I don't know what the comments are, but I can read some now. Have a look at them later. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sticking around, watching this process, and enjoying with me. I've truly enjoyed and had fun. And your next stop is going to be Laura. So do hop on to her channel and catch her creating live. And what else? Anything else? Is there anything? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Even if you've come in late, I'm going to be posting it on the channel, so you can always watch it later. And we'll be drawing winners randomly. Like I said, I do have a giveaway too, and we have the sponsor giveaway. So we'll be thank you so much, Jane. I just read your comment, and so we'll just be doing that and letting you know who the winner is. Yes, so you can Sue, there's a link in the description box below. Just check all the details. There's a complete list of the artists, and Laura is the next channel. So you can just click on the link and watch her. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for joining in again, and thanks for your support. And thanks to my brother here who's been managing all the comments. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jane. A great day to you too.